What's going on, YouTube? Ferocity? I hope you guys are doing well. I know I had a ton of praise for Season 3 of Modern Warfare 3 yesterday, and the praise is going to continue here today. I know, shocking. This is not my MO. I'm normally not Mr. Positive. I'm normally the guy that gets mad about the smallest things. But like I always say, I want to give credit when credit is due. Being negative all the time isn't fair to the developers. It's not fair to the game. Being angry and critical when the game warrants it, 100%. I'm going to do that still no matter what. But when they make good decisions like this one, I'm going to be honest about it. This from Charlie Intel. Sledgehammer Games appears to have started testing persistent lobbies in MW3 multiplayer. The devs said back in December they would test this feature at some point. Some players are seeing an option at the end of the match screen to enable stay in lobby. And this reminds me very much of what Halo 3 had back in 2008, where you could stay in the lobby if you wanted to. All you had to do was press X, I believe, and you'd be able to stay in the lobby. That means enemies and friendlies, which was great. And one of the features that Call of Duty had for so long until, I don't know, recent history, was that the entire lobby stayed together game to game, and people would filter in and out, and it created an experience that promoted sociability and community, something that has been lacking within Call of Duty for quite some time, something that I have been very critical of for the last several years. I'd like to see more community. I'd like to see more socialization, something that they've been cracking down on because they're afraid people are going to hurt their feelings. Who cares, man? I've gotten some nasty Xbox messages, and honestly, all these years later, I couldn't tell you anybody that sent me a mean message at this point in time. It doesn't matter, right? Like, it rolls off your back. You have to learn this is part of playing video games. Yeah, it's toxic, but at the end of the day, it's extremely harmless. But the main point that I want to drive home with today's video is this is another positive change. Is it a little too late? 100%. When you say that you were going to do this back in December, I was expecting it to be done sometime in December or January, not all the way in April. I mean, there's barely any snow on the ground. Do you think that I want to sit inside all day and play Call of Duty? Not really. Maybe if it's X-Defiant, but not so much Call of Duty. I want to go hang out with my new dog. I want to go do some yard work, get my New Balances all nice and grass stained up, whatever it might be. But the important thing is here, it doesn't matter what I want. It doesn't matter that it's a little bit late. Again, like I said in yesterday's video, any positive changes that Modern Warfare 3 makes from now on needs to be implemented into Black Ops Gulf 4. Anything that works for this community, that promotes positivity in making a progressive change, needs to be implemented into the next game. So, yes, is it a few months late? 100%. But better late than never, because I don't think Modern Warfare 3 is ever going to become the game I want it to be, that some of you want it to be. I think we just have to be honest with ourselves there. But what we have to take away from this game is what worked and what didn't. What needs to improve for Gulf 4 and what needs to stay the same for Gulf 4. And honestly, if persistent lobbies is one of the things that comes out of Modern Warfare 3's multiplayer, I'm all for it. I'd love to see Treyarch have the ability to have persistent lobbies from day one. Having that opportunity, having that possibility would greatly enhance their overall experience greatly. And that's what it's all about. That's what I've been harping and hollering about for months now, is the overall experience for the player. That should be what matters the most. What is being delivered to the player. And for too long, most recently, we've been putting that experience on the back burner in favor of filtering in as much microtransaction content as humanly possible. And it feels as if the experience has always been secondary. Changes like these, tests like these, push the experience to the forefront. Again, puts us in the driver's seat and allows us to provide valuable feedback for the way Call of Duty is going to be made in the future. We're not going to get big changes for MW3. It's just not going to happen. The things that we want aren't going to get changed. But if we continue to stay diligent and if we're honest with the developers and we provide them valuable feedback when it comes to things like this, and we say more of this, more of making significant changes that will enhance the overall game, I think they'll listen. I mean, look at Modern Warfare 3. We had some massive criticism for MW2. And they changed it. The perk system. There's no time perks in MW3. Red dots on the minimap. They improved that. Obviously no prestiges yet, but I'd like to see that being implemented as well. But those were just a few of the changes that they made. I mean, overall, they also increased player visibility by allowing players to have names above their heads, unlike in MW2 where you just had a small red diamond. Why they implemented that, I will never understand. Player visibility still needs some enhancements in MW3, but that's again something that I don't think we'll get until later in Black Ops Gulf War's life cycle. But at least if we stay honest with these criticisms, if we can tell the developers like, hey, yeah, the game's not perfect. These are the changes that need to be made. We can push Call of Duty in the right direction. That's what it's all about. I'm tired of sitting here and hating on this game and finding every little nitpicky reason to be angry at it. It's not constructive. It's not going to get us anywhere. What is going to get us somewhere is being honest with these developers, being honest within this community, and telling it like it is. There are problems with Modern Warfare 3 that just won't get fixed. But if we can at least let them know, flag it down and say, hey, maybe you're not going to fix the servers, but if you can do it so Black Ops Gulf War can be better, please do it for that game. Enhance the problems from this game, or not enhance them. We don't want enhancing problems. We want the problems fixed for the next game, similar to what Modern Warfare 3 did. Because MW2 ignored all of that feedback. Infinity Ward said, we know what's best for an entire year. At least what we're seeing is Sledgehammer Games is willing to make changes on the fly. They're willing to adapt as time goes on. And that is at least some progression, some positivity. And that's what I want to see. I want to see more of this. I want to see more of them trying to attack some of the major pain points within this community head on. And then I want to see Treyarch pick up from where Sledgehammer left off and really take this franchise back to where it needs to be. Back where it should be. Because there is some potential here that Call of Duty could be returning back to where it's actually going to be a fun franchise again. It's crazy, I know. I've been so critical of it. But I'm starting to feel it. I'm starting to feel a shift in their actions. Because they can tell us all they want. But again, actions speak louder than words. And what I've seen is a lot of actions. Now, of course, there's still problems. Problems that we'll talk about. Issues that need to be resolved. Most certainly, their quality control. That needs major enhancements across the board. And hopefully, that can get addressed throughout the Modern Warfare 3 life cycle, so when Gulf War comes out, Call of Duty can hit the ground running. Again, I know that I've turned this corner into being Mr. Positive as of late, but don't worry, the critical videos will return. I'm just trying to provide a different type of video, a different perspective that isn't always extremely negative. Something that will allow us to have a real conversation instead of having a very black and white, I hate this or I love this type of community. We need to look at Call of Duty more as in the gray. Things that need to be fixed that we want fixed, but they are doing good things as well. It's not so binary. Everything is extremely fluid. So let's hope that we can continue to provide valuable feedback and valuable criticism throughout this year so changes like persistent lobbies can continue to be made. So maybe we see prestiges coming back into Gulf War that are actually valuable, something you want to earn instead of tied to seasons. Maybe we can see better hit detection, better matchmaking, all of these things moving into Black Ops Gulf War. So yes, still stay diligent with your criticism, still stay diligent with your honesty, but also let them know when they're doing the right things. And that's all I'm trying to do. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, can you please hit that like button? If you want to see more videos from me, please hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.